So in this lesson, I want to jump into the back end of WordPress, and you get there from a home page if you're logged in. Again, if you're not logged in, make sure you go to your website name /wp-admin, and then that'll get you to a login. But if you're already logged in, let's go ahead and click this, and this will now get you back and forth. This is officially the back end. So it automatically has a little 1+ here, and it's asking us to update something. So let's click and check out what that is. So it's asked us to update a Jetpack plugin. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so it says it's successfully done that. We're going to go back here to home, and we'll see the update's gone. So let's talk about this stuff you see on the left column here. Again, the home is the main dashboard. We're going to have statistics on here. You can kind of put anything you want. You can see you can arrange these too. If you just drag them over, they can be changed. You can shut a box if you don't want it. Okay, but we're really going to be focusing most of your time when you're back here on the posts and the pages and the media and this area. If you're running a blog, you're also going to probably have a lot of comments that you're going to have to deal with. And I'll show you some quick tips on how to not get spam and all that other stuff and plugins you can use in the next couple lessons. So stay tuned for that. But let's go over posts. So we talked about posts a little bit. If you want to create a new one, you can go here. But if you want to create a new post, add media, or make a new page, every time you can always come up here from no matter where you are and go down to the drop down for new. And you can also see I've got the option for that post, which here. So if I'm creating a new post, I'm going to call this Good Morning Vietnam. That's a joke from The Office. Hello, my name is Michael Scott, and I'm a paper salesman. Anyways, this is my first post. Let's say I want to maybe add a picture to it. If I want to add a picture, I could go up to Add Media, and I could select a file from my computer. Let's go ahead and do that. Also make sure this is on full size. Great, it's looking perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and publish this. Again, like I told you, right click and you want to open the window in a new tab for your website, so you can all switch back and forth. So this is my second post, and if I click it, it goes of course to a post page where people could leave comments and stuff like that. So let's also talk about how you can handle this media. Let's say I've already uploaded that photo into what we call my media tab here. So this is here, and in the library that shows that I've uploaded this. I can upload anything else just by going to new again, and maybe I put a different photo in, or I can also drop and drag. I'm going to go ahead and drop and drag this little banner in here, and I'm going to go ahead and go back to my library, and you'll see it's been uploaded. Now maybe I want to use that banner in an actual page. Let's say this page, if I click on my first page, I want that banner to be right here underneath the title. Let's go ahead and go to the pages, and we'll do a little edit there. Edit the page, come at the top, because remember, this is your title here, my first page, and there's this gap, and you have your first paragraph. So between here, we'll add that media. We'll click here. We could adjust the size, but let's see full size. I always bring everything in full size pretty much, unless I know it's going to be way too big. And that way I can scale it down later within the post or a page. So insert, and actually, hey, it's perfect size. I did not even plan that. So I'm going to update that, and let's go to the website and refresh. And actually, that worked great. And you have this in your download, so you can follow along. I made that little guy. Cool. So we've gone over post, media, pages. Let's go over comments. The only thing I'm going to talk about here right now is that you can delete a comment or unapprove it. So let's see, you can unapprove it there. It's going to ask you to approve. You can set these settings. And that setting for if you want to approve them is going to be under Settings, Discussion. You'll click here and it says the comment must fill out a name or email, and you'll see you usually want that checked unless you want it to be super easy and a lot more spam to come through. And you'll see down here, before a comment goes public to everyone to see, you can have the option, if you check this, that you, the admin, or someone on your team has to approve the comment. So you can have that on. I don't have it on. I'm not worried about my comments. People are generally pretty nice to me. But let's go back to comments, and you'll see that was what that approve and unapprove was. If you just want to delete the comment or mark it as spam, just go ahead and trash. and it's gone. So we have no more comments on our website right now, but this will be a list of all the comments. Under appearance, we've got a couple options. You can see we've got themes, you can customize things, and this is where the widgets are. Again, I'm briefly going over this just so you get a feel of where everything is, because we can break all these down into little things. This is where you're going to get your themes. Maybe you're not happy with this 2013 theme that's here. So you could either go to install a theme, which maybe you have one that you've purchased. You would go to upload, or you can come to featured and see what they have in their area. And of course, there's some cool ones. Let's see this one. Blah, blah, blah. Looks fun. It has a little heading area. Let's go ahead and install this one. It's called Expound. Okay, so I'm going to click that. We could do a live preview of this and check out what it's like with our posts and stuff. Interesting. Of course, we have no big pictures for anything. So I'm going to go back and click Activate. So now it's seen at the top here, and the 2013 is not even on there. But again, we can switch back and forth between these themes because I can just hit Activate and it'll go on just with the same content. Again, WordPress is a content management system, so that's how that works. If I refresh our website, it's going to switch. Great. Let's go home and check it out. So why didn't the picture from that post show up here? That's kind of weird. I'm going to go over that in the next lesson. We're going to talk more about posts and pictures. So before we get way too on a tangent, let's keep heading down. So that was our themes. We changed the theme. Customize, you can come and do things on here. We'll talk about this a little later, but you can see it's general stuff like header color. Maybe you want this to go there, and that changed your text color up there. But again, I'm going to keep it pretty dark. Maybe you want a blue background color though, and you could do that. And I would make it a dark blue, almost there, but you know what? I'm going to keep it kind of on that gray color that it already was defaulted on. So I'm going to close that. That's a cool thing, the little customize. Under widgets now, this is very important. You can see this template's a little different. Our last template, if you remember, had the footer down here, and the widgets weren't on the right side, but now they are. So if we come back, you'll see the sidebar has the search, recent posts, and categories, which is what you see right here. So that's where those are. Let's say you wanted to add another one. Let's go to pages, because eventually we'll have a lot of pages. And this is a community website, and we want it to have a calendar. So I'm going to put that on there. We'll save that, save this, and also say my monthly calendar. Okay. Go back, and you'll see all of this is here. The monthly calendar for September, and the pages. When we have a lot more pages, it'll list them. Under menus, this is an important area. We're also going to talk about this very soon. This is how you structure your website. You can see it's got two pages, home and my first page. So right here is home and my first page. If we had another page up here, we could actually add another page. So this gets a lot more complex. We'll jump into the menu system later, but let's jump into the header. And you could see you can either put an image in here, like a logo if you had one, and you put this dimensions. We can go ahead and do that. But of course, I'm going to use what they've already got, which is just text, and I can put that in. It's easy. Again, you can change the color of the text. Some of the same features you'll see are duplicates, like that was in the customize feature earlier. Plugins, we won't go into this now, but this is where you can add your plugins. When you're going to remove spam, you're going to activate this. I'll walk you through that in another lesson too, how to remove spam from your website. But we do want to activate right now Jetpack by WordPress. So let's go ahead and activate this. And you can see that added a new little widget up here, the Jetpack tab. So let's click that, and we'll see, wow, there's a lot going on here. So I'll break it down in the next lesson, what you need to know and set up about Jetpack, how we're going to connect it. It's pretty simple. And we'll finish talking about a few more things in the WordPress navigation before we jump into talking about pages and posts.